Welcome back to the Civil Rights Lawyer channel. Several people have asked for my reaction to this body cam footage from Florida that was originally posted by Body Cam Watch. I'll post the video link in the description. Sometimes it's interesting to go through some of these videos and see if the majority of the people commenting are right or are they wrong legally. There is an interesting legal issue that pops up here involving law enforcement at somebody's home, what they can do and what they can't do. Let's go through it.
What's going on?
So here, as is often the case in police interactions, there is an underlying custody dispute between a man and a woman. And that's what happened here. This woman was apparently repeatedly calling 911 and alleging that her 15-year-old son had been kidnapped by the father.
Calm down now.
Fuck! I'm not trying to. This is fucked up. I talked to you under your eyelashes. You're fucked up. 2 days ago I talked to her.
2 days ago.
I don't
She didn't even work 2 days ago.
Well, I'm stopping. I'm gonna go I'm gonna change. Yeah, I talked to you.
I don't know you. I've never spoken to you before.
2 days ago. I can pull up my fucking
We're
computer.
not working.
Well, I can show you 2 days ago. Maybe she was not, but she's the one that responded.
I did not respond, ma'am. I've never been here.
I can promise you, she wasn't there 2 days ago.
I
Sounds a liar. She might forget. It's okay. And I don't. It's okay. But I don't need this shit right now. I am. For a reason.
What is your name?
Hold on.
Apparently, this woman is upset about a perceived lack of response by law enforcement to her complaints. She does appear to be the resident at this house. The cops are standing within the curtilage of the home. She comes outside, and the description in the video and in some of the comments say that she's being immediately aggressive towards law enforcement. I don't know if I would agree with that. She does appear to be upset. She appears to be distraught. But you can see she goes back into her house. The cops are standing within the curtilage of her home. There's no allegation that I've seen so far that she may have committed any crime. She just is a potential victim. There could be some concern that she may be in some distress. Let's continue.
Sure.
Do you need another eye to open up so you can see? I'm
Should you be
trying.
wearing some special stuff?
No, I need some more because I'm hurt.
I'm just going to go out on a limb here and guess what sort of surgery it was that this woman had. As you can see, the cops potentially are worried, like, what is this woman on something? And they sort of ask questions. I think at this point, this is still a consensual encounter between the homeowner and law enforcement. Let's see where it goes. Oh, and by the way, a consensual encounter means that it is an encounter that's taking place with the consent of both parties. So therefore, the Constitution, the Fourth Amendment, has not been implicated yet. Not until somebody is being forcibly detained.
We're done. You guys can go. I'll call the police. I don't want you.
I think this is this.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
Push a little button. I talked to you 2 days ago.
No, ma'am, you did
I
not.
told you everything that I needed help with.
No, ma'am, you
did
did not.
help me with it. Even worse.
If you want to tell me what you need help with,
Oh, no.
Come on,
Please
come on,
don't.
come on, come
No,
on, come on.
no, stop. I just had a surgery. Please.
Okay, let's talk.
Please.
Let's talk.
Please.
Let's talk.
Okay, we can talk.
Let's just not
Don't
play
touch
games.
Over and over again.
Don't touch me.
Okay?
Please don't touch
You're not
me.
going to run back in the house and slam the door over and over again. Your dogs are already outside.
Okay, now everything has changed. As of the moment when that police officer reached out and grabbed the woman physically, stopped her from going back inside her home, the circumstances have changed. Now, the U.S. Constitution has been implicated. The Fourth Amendment has been implicated. At this point, this woman is no longer free to go back inside her home. She is being forcibly detained by law enforcement. Here is the most important thing, is where is this occurring? If this is occurring in the Kroger parking lot or inside Walmart, that is a completely different legal analysis than if it's occurring where it's actually occurring here. Let's proceed just a little bit more with the footage and then I'll explain that.
You don't have to fucking push me like that again. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
I just
You're
had
clearly going through some sort of distress here.
Yeah, I am. I just had a fucking surgery. I have not seen my son in a fucking month.
Why haven't you seen your child?
I'm dealing with my fucking attorney. It has nothing to do with that. But
So it's a child.
don't ever fucking touch me again. Get the fuck away from me. And you too. I just can't deal with this. I can't. You're not invited. I already have everything. No, it's not funny.
The last time we were out here was April, ma'am.
It's okay. That's fine. I don't call citizen. I just need to, like, I'm not.
What medications do you take?
I don't.
You don't?
I'm dealing with my son.
Have you ever taken medication?
I have not seen my son in a month. Okay.
Have you been drinking today?
No, not at all. I'm fucking working. I'm dealing with fucking work. I'm dealing with my fucking son. And my son's dad, I will not even give him a fucking phone. He came back to his house so I can call him.
How old is your son?
He's 15.
Okay.
Aren't cops always complaining that they don't want to be social workers? You know, the first thing that pops in my head here is, you know, once this woman's being detained, what is necessary for law enforcement to justify that detention? Well, there has to be reasonable suspicion that some crime has been committed and that this individual may have been the person who committed that crime. So here, if you stop back and think about it, like, wait a minute, why are they there? What crime may have potentially been committed? I think at this point it's clear this woman, there's something wrong with her, okay? She hasn't seen her son in what she said a month, and it was a kidnapping call. So clearly this is a family court issue that is very traumatic to her. She's very distraught, possibly on something. But there's no like crime in progress here. There was no actual kidnapping. So why are all these cops standing around talking with this woman and just dealing with this drama? They don't want to be social workers, right? So what actually is going on here? So there could be now a concern that this is somebody who's having some sort of health episode and may need help. But at the same time, they're not the social workers, right? So this woman called police, reported was potentially a non-crime. Now they're standing on her property. She clearly is not happy with them. Why not just leave? Like, why are you there?
Okay.
I know you're asking. It's okay. I wasn't trying to.
Okay.
I can't.
But you're trying
It's
to
because my son is kidnapped, okay?
Okay.
I have not seen my son in a month, okay?
I'm just trying to understand what's
That's
going
fine.
on.
That's fine.
Okay, who kidnapped your son?
My ex-husband. His name is Clay Butler. Clay, Claybutler.
Okay.
He
and
does this all the time.
where is he now?
In Orlando.
Okay. And why are you saying that he's been kidnapped? Do you guys have like a court agreement or?
Oh,
A minute ago, you were saying that you were dealing with the court process. Is that like he
I
has
have a
the
question.
trial waiting for that?
Are you asking me questions, or is he now?
We're-
Because for 1 second,
Okay.
I'm going to
I can-
stop, and I'm going to get
I'll
a
wait
recording.
over here.
Hold on.
Do not.
Oh, no, don't
Okay.
push me that hard.
Do
I'm
not.
going to get a recording. Don't
You are
ever
being
fucking touch me like this again.
Listen.
You touched me hard. I want a phone
Listen,
for a question.
You're not going to
no.
keep putting your hands
Stop.
in my face.
No, I'm not going to. I'm going to get
You
my
are.
phone. No, I'm not. He's
No,
hurting
right now,
me.
who's hurting you?
He just did. Over here.
You'll notice that the female officer is now standing in the woman's doorway, blocking her from re-entering her house. Again, a second time, a second police officer places hands on her pretty aggressively, and what's happening? That's escalating the situation. At some point, police officers really should stop and think, like, what legal basis, what legal justification do I have for this interaction that's happening right now? Because I'm on this woman's property, I'm within the curtilage of her property, which according to the U.S. Supreme Court is pretty much the same as being inside her house. And she's being sort of hostile towards me, like she doesn't want me there. What right do I have to put my hands on her to stop her from going back inside her home? Do I have an arrest warrant? No. Do I have a search warrant? No. Do I have probable cause to arrest her? Well, even if I do, what's the problem? Well, I'm basically inside her house. I'm in her doorway. What do police officers need to arrest somebody inside their home? They need an arrest warrant. Do they have an arrest warrant? No. So even if they observe somebody inside their home committing a crime and they have probable cause, that's not the same thing as being in the Kroger parking lot. The entire legal justification changes. Let's continue.
Him.
Okay.
He pushed me hard.
You
I
need
was talking to you.
back up and you won't get pushed again. Back up.
I'm talking to.
Back
don't
up.
talk to me like that, and
Back
don't
up.
talk to me again. Oh, because you
You're not
have
gonna-
authority, because you have eyelashes. Let's go talk about your back up.
Yes,
Let's
ma'am.
go find who you are, and you're
My
fucking.
name is Deputy
you-
DeLeon with the Indian River County
That's
Sheriff's
fine.
Office.
I'm sure.
That is exactly who I am.
Okay, thank you
Okay,
so
and
much
if you
for that.
run up on me one more time, you're gonna get pushed a lot harder.
By
Do you
the
understand?
way, I never touched you.
Okay.
By the way,
Do you want to
understand
figure out what's
he
going on with
trashed
your
me
son or not?
twice?
Do you need help figuring out what's
Do
going
you
on with your son?
understand?
Do you need help?
Back up your shit right now.
Ma'am.
Do you
Do
understand
you
what
need help
he
with
just
your
did?
son or not?
Do you want to help to understand? Yeah, I want 4 more cops out here right now because neither one of you are doing this,
Ma'am.
and don't ever touch me
You're too
again.
close. If I can touch
Oh,
you, that
no.
means you're too close.
No, I was walking by
Okay.
my house.
So,
you're not welcome.
Do you
can
do
go.
you need help with your son or not?
So she said, "You're not welcome. You can go." She's asking this police officer to leave the curtilage of her residence. The police officer is not doing that. Now, what is necessary, legally speaking, to justify this? I think at this point, if this officer has a concern that this woman is suffering some sort of health emergency, that could do it. This is, you have just 2 basic exceptions to the warrant requirement. One is consent, which clearly, if given at some point, has now been revoked. She's asked her to leave. What's the other exception? That is exigent circumstances. So there's a bunch of case law on what exigent circumstances are and what they are not. So here, that is the legal issue that I would say is, does she have, does it appear to this police officer there's some sort of emergency occurring that is this woman is requiring help? But her words don't really corroborate that or support that, because what does she say? She says, do you want help with your original call with your 15-year-old or not?
No, you guys
Okay,
can go.
so if you call back again, it's us that's coming out here.
That's fine.
Okay,
Thank you.
so if you don't need our help, don't call us.
Well, guess what? I will call because
Okay, well, if you call,
There's
it's
calls-
us coming out. Okay?
then do your.
Ma'am, if you call, it's us coming out.
You ready? Then do your fucking job. Touch me again. Touch me again.
Ma'am,
Stop, please.
back up.
Stop touching me. I just got a fucking
need-
surgery, and you're fucking touching me when I
Ma'am.
fucking can't fucking feel anything.
Back
Don't
up, ma'am.
fucking touch
Back
me.
up, ma'am.
You're touching me. You
Hands
suck.
behind your back. Hands behind your back. Hands
Stop.
behind your back.
He's hurting me.
Hands behind your back.
He's hurting me.
Hands behind your
You
back.
guys are hurting. I have a question for you. Can I have all my shit back? It's like I will never hurt somebody. Just please let me go so I can talk to somebody.
I think that you need to talk to somebody too. And,
I always talk to somebody. I don't fucking lie about shit. It's hurting me.
Nicole, are you okay?
So apparently there was a struggle as they tried to put her into the back of the police car, and she kicked the female cop right in the face.
Yeah, I'm okay.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm not bleeding, right?
No, I don't think so.
I'm good.
Okay.
I just
no,
gotta
I know.
breathe.
I know.
It hurts.
It's okay. I understand. It's okay.
Now you just got a felony
For what?
for kicking her in the face.
I never kicked her in her face.
You did. I watched you do it.
Okay, so she apparently afterwards was charged with a felony count of battery on an officer. The information from Body Cam Watch in the description says that she eventually pled no contest. I don't know if that was to that or to a lesser included. I mean, that would be pretty bad to plead to felony battery on an officer when there are lesser options that most defense lawyers would be able to get, especially in light of the fact that there does appear to me to be a legitimate suppression issue here. And that's the fact that the police officers were within the curtilage of her home when all this occurred, and she had asked at least one of the officers to leave, if not arguably all of them. If you look at a lot of the comments on the video, they almost all are supportive of the officers and very critical, obviously, of this woman. And that's sort of what you deal with civil rights issues, is you have the common sense take that a lot of these people have, such as, I can't imagine why she doesn't have custody of her kid, or she's definitely proving the point of why the son should stay with his father, or she's a real peach, mad respect for the officer who took a kick to the face without losing her temper. But then you also have the legal analysis side of things, is that, well, still we have the government making a warrantless arrest of somebody right at their front door. And so have they met the constitutional burden to be able to do that lawfully? Because just because you don't like this woman because of the way she's acting, that shouldn't play into it, because if you deny constitutional rights to her, they're not going to be around for you. Freedom is scary. That's why you have to allow freedom for people that you dislike or people that you think are assholes. When assholes collide. That is not a constitutional analysis. That being said, she gave them enough gray area to convict herself here. Because, yeah, she was illegally detained, in my opinion, but then she came out and sort of started a second incident where she's sort of charging at this officer. So I can see why it did end in a conviction. But the end point here is two things. One is that police officers, if they don't want to be social workers, then don't be social workers. Just because you got called doesn't mean you have to hang around with this woman. All right, there's no crime being committed. Leave. Secondly, it's very important to remember the distinction of, are you in a Kroger parking lot or are you on somebody's front doorstep? And if you're on somebody's front doorstep, remember, a warrant is required. Just because you have probable cause, that doesn't mean you can arrest somebody inside their house, unless you have exigent circumstances. And that may have been the case here, given the way the woman was acting. That's my take on it anyways. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy looking at these sorts of interactions between the government and the peasants and analyzing the constitutional law involved, then subscribe both here and at the blog at thecivilrightslawyer.com. Remember, freedom is scary. Deal with it.